So hi everybody, my name's Karen and I'm going to teach a Pilates session today. It's going to last about 20 or 25 minutes. It's mixed ability, so I'll give you different levels to choose from, starting at basic level. Rest anytime you need to, listen to your bodies. Remember, you can always just switch off the video when you feel you need to take a break and start it again when you feel ready. So let's just set ourselves up with our neutral standing position. So legs and feet are parallel, the weight spread evenly across your big toe, your little toe and your heel. Your heels are directly underneath the bony parts of your hips. Just soften into your knees a little bit. Let's just lengthen the spine. So tail towards the heels, really lifting up through the crown of your head. Try and draw the ribs down towards the hips. Make sure your chin's more or less parallel to the floor so your neck is in line with your spine. Let's just bring the shoulders forwards up by your ears so we can set the shoulder blades so they're settling in that soft V shape down towards your hips. Let's take a big in-breath, circling the arms wide to the side and bring the palms together, and slowly as you breathe out, bring your hands down towards the centre of the chest. Breathing in, fingertips up, and breathing out, palms turn outwards and the arms circle around. Nice big in-breath, and breathe it out. And one more last one. Breathing in, fingertips reach up, and breathing out, arms circle around by your sides. Just reset your shoulders here. Breathing in, let's lift the heels and the arms away from the floor, coming into your standing balance. And breathing out, coming back down. So you're just sliding your back up that imaginary wall behind you, floating the arms, just lifting the heels, and coming back down. Can we just do that 2 more times? Try not to lean forwards or backwards. Try to make sure the weight's even across the front of your foot as you lift and lower the heels. One more last one. Let's lift. Keep your arms up now. Just lower your heels. And then we're just going to lift the left heel off the floor and then the right. Let's just start to walk through the feet and then march the arms. So opposite arm to opposite leg. So we're just mobilising into our knees, our hips, our shoulders. And so just marching through the feet and the arms. And let's do one more each way and bring the arms down by your sides, release your heels, reset your shoulders. Let's float the arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe in as you breathe out. Let's just drop the left arm down to the side of the left leg. And breathe in, bring it back up and over. And then the right arm, just reaching up and over. Just follow the arm with your eyes. So nice side bend, reaching down so the top arm reaches up and over as the other arm reaches along down towards the side of the leg. Nice side bend. Try and flex over from your waist. So really think about that C shape in your spine. Now bring both of the arms back overhead and slowly bring the arms down by your sides. Breathing in, let's go into our squat and come back up. And go again, sitting back as you breathe in, pressing into your heels to come back up. Let's go again. And one more last one. So push those sit bones back towards the back of them. Can you stay here? Let's lift the heels off the floor and lower them. And lift, keep them down. Come up any time out of the squat if you need to. 2 more little heel raises in your squat if you can. And last time, lift those heels. Lower them, keep your arms forward and then float them up towards the ceiling as you come out of your squat and circle your arms all the way round and down by your sides. Reset your shoulders. From here, we're going to do our bow and arrow. So bring your arms forward so they're shoulder width apart. Breathe in as you breathe out. Just draw your left elbow back towards the wall behind you. Breathe in as it comes back forward. Breathe out, right elbow draws back. Breathe in, it comes forward. A little bit different. The left elbow draws back, then extend the arm long so your fingertips are reaching towards that wall behind you and bring the extended arm all the way back through. Your right elbow bends and extends and sweep the arm back through. Bend, extend. Pull the arm back through. One more last time. Right elbow bends. Fingertips reach back, so you're looking towards your fingertips and bring the arm back through. Arms down by your sides, reset your shoulders, split your arms up towards the ceiling, soften your knees. Breathe in as you breathe out, we're just going to sweep down and sweep up. So your ragdoll or your monkey swings, just brushing the floor with your fingertips, big bend in the knees, pressing into your feet to come up. And we're just going to do 2 more last ones. Number 1, last one, we're going to bring the arms up, we're going to look up, we're going to stretch now. If you can, just engage your glutes and just take a little baby back bend there. So your arms are in line with your ears, you're looking up towards the ceiling, your chest is lifted. And then just slowly drop your shoulders as you straighten up and release your arms down by your sides. So we're going to the end of the mat now, if you're not there already, the back end of your mat. So we're going to do some plank walkouts today. So that is a spine roll, forward flexion of the spine, walking out into a plank. So if you can't walk out into a full plank, just drop onto the fleshy parts of your knees. So you're a little bit less challenged. So settle yourselves up, heels under hips. Nice and neutral, shoulders away from your ears, tummy's drawn in. Breathe in as you breathe out, chin to chest, very slowly, let's round the spine. So you're rolling down through your spine, top of your head's pointing towards the floor, wrap your arms if you can, really engaging through your centre, bend your knees a lot if you need to. Breathe in at the bottom, as you breathe out, let's walk out onto the mat, 1, 2, 3, 4 hand paces if you can. Bringing your hands to the top end of the mat, making sure that your shoulders are here and over your wrists. So your eye gaze is just forward with the hands, neck in line with your spine. As I say, if you need to, just drop onto the fleshy part of your knees and untuck your toes. Otherwise, just hold your plank just for a breath or 2. Shoulder blades are drawn down, spine is long and neutral. Breathe in, and on your exhale, let's bend the knees. Walk the hands back to the feet, coming into your forward fold, so your chest is towards your thighs. Big bend in the knees if you need to, otherwise try to straighten your legs more or less, a little bit of softness in the knees to get a nice stretch in the back of the legs. On your exhale, use your abdominal muscles. Let's restack the spine, 1 vertebra at a time, and let's stand nice and tall at the top. Breathing in, drop your chin towards your chest. Breathing out, let's round the spine again. So if you need to slide your hands down your thighs to support, please do so. If you need to bend your knees, any back issues, big bend in the knees. Bend your knees now when you're towards the mat. Let's walk out again into your plank. Should take you about 4 hand paces forward, then make sure your hands are parallel and make sure your shoulders are over your wrists when you're in your plank. So you're really lengthened here. Don't let your spine dip. It's really important your hips don't dip or your spine. And try not to have your hips high up towards the ceiling. So ideally your hips are lower than your shoulders. And your eye gaze is forward of your hands. So a really nice strong plank here, really pulling in through your centre. Nice weight bearing exercise for your upper body as well. Breathe in, as you breathe out, let's bend the knees. Let's come back, bring your hands back towards your feet. Look towards your belly button. Shake your head gently, nod your head. Release tension in your neck, your shoulders. Breathe in as you breathe out, use your abdominals. Again, let's slowly restack the spine, trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears. When your shoulders are stacked over your hips, bring your eye gaze forward. Breathe in, chin drops down towards your chest, and we're breathing out as we roll down again. So again, bend your knees, use your hands for support on your thighs if you need to. Coming into your forward fold, hands in front of your feet. 1 more last time, we're going to walk out into our plank. Remember, you drop onto the fleshy part of your knees, or even to box tabletop if you need to. So really feel the length in your spine, the strength in your body as we're holding this core static exercise. Shoulder blades should be down, neck is lengthened. Breathe, don't forget to breathe, don't hold your breath. Breathe wide and deep into the sides and the back of your rib cage, remember. Keep your tummy pulled in, maybe really drawing up your pelvic floor here. As much support as we can get. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, come down any time you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees onto the floor if they're not there already. Untuck your toes and pull your sit bones back towards your heels or onto your heels. Just release off your lower back. And then from there, so we're going to work the back in extension now. So we're going to come into our dart, so we're going to line our fronts. This is where, if you want to, you might just want to use your towel and put it at the top end of the mat if you can't hover your head off the floor, keeping your head and your neck supported. So come and lie down on your tummies. So we're going to set ourselves up. So have the arms reaching long down by your sides with the palms of the hands facing up towards the ceiling. So your forehead's either resting on the towel or your head is just hovered away from the mat. So your chin's tucked in. So you're looking down towards the mat and lengthening through the top of the head. So your legs should be parallel, hips, knees and feet in alignment here. Pelvic bone tucking into the floor and lifting your tummy away from the mat. So it's almost like you're tucking your tailbone to open up your lower back. So from here, really feel lengthened. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're just going to lift the head and the upper chest away from the floor. Turn your palms in to face your hips and reach your fingertips towards your heels. Breathing in very slowly, we're going to lower the upper body down and your arms rest on the floor with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, off you go again. Lengthen through the top of the head as you lift the upper body away from the floor. Turn the palms in, reaching towards your heels. Breathing in, slowly coming back down again. And breathing out, go again. So just lifting and lengthening. So this is extension. We're really feeling those postural muscles in the thoracic spinal area, really working, strengthening, engaging as we're coming up into our dart. So we're streamlining the body as the palms turn in and we lift and lengthen. Keep going. We're going to just do 2 more if you can. Take a rest if you need to. Nice effort there. Pulling your tummy in, lifting, reaching, extending. Coming down. And last time, breathing out. Lifting, lengthening. And breathing in. Coming down. Just bring your hands towards the top end of the mat so you can rest your forehead now on the backs of your hands and just release off your shoulders. So just let them relax. So from there, we're just going to put the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's press up. Coming onto our hands and knees, we're just going to do a cat stretch just to flex the spine, just to counterbalance that extension work we've just done. So nice square box position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, shoulders down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone under, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Let's start to round through the spine as sequentially as you can. Last of all, just drawing your chin in towards your chest. Breathe in, maybe just press into your hands a little bit more. And breathing out, let's lengthen back out into neutral. Let's just do 1 more cat stretch. Breathe in. As you breathe out, tuck your tail, navel to spine, rounding the spine. And tuck your chin under. Breathe in. As you breathe out, again, let's just find neutral again. So try and allow your shoulder blades to slide away as we come into our tabletop. Let's walk towards the front end of the mat now on our hands and knees. Take your legs over to one side and bring the legs in front of you. So we're going to do our roll downs today. So it's a core strength and mobility exercise. We can start off with the knees bent and feet flat on the floor. So heels, knees and hips in alignment. Really sit nice and tall at the top. So you feel that length in your spine. Breathe in, bring your arms forward so they're shoulder width apart. As you breathe out, let's just tuck the tailbone under and just roll to the back of the hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, restack your spine and sit nice and tall at the top. So you can stay with this if that's enough for you. Let's just do 1 more like that. So tuck and roll. Breathe in. So keep the C shape in your spine until your shoulders are over your hips and sit nice and tall. Next option, if you want to, is to extend the legs long, flex the feet, engage your inner thighs so your legs are together. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to roll all the way down. So imprinting your spine, coming down nice and slowly. When the middle of the back meets the floor, just let the arms start to float up towards the ceiling. Shoulders and your head come down. Arms go about 2/3 of the way back towards the floor behind you. Trying to keep your ribs drawn down towards your hips. Breathe in. Let's let the arms come up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, chin tucks in. And we're going to peel the spine away from the mat again. When your shoulders are over your hips, let's sit nice and tall. Breathe in, breathe out, off you go again. So keeping the chest wide and open, try not to close the chest as we come down. Imprinting all the way. Breathe in, arms come up, breathe out, chin tucks in, we peel away. So really scooping your abdominals in. Let's do 2 more. Rolling down. Remember, you don't need to go all the way down if it's not for you today. And bring the arms up and rolling up again. So nice, smooth, flowing movement. Don't let the feet lift off the floor. And go again, one more last time. Let's roll all the way down. Let's take a full body stretch. So when your shoulders and then your head have reached the mat, take your arms back. And then let your arms go all the way back towards the floor behind you. Point your toes and just stretch it all out. Big stretch from your fingertips to your toes. From there, circle your arms around by your sides and then slide your feet in one at a time. So we're going to work up through the levels into a double leg stretch. So we're starting with arms only, so lots of different levels here. So you can stop as soon as you feel comfortably challenged. Again, if you need to put a block or a folded towel behind your head, if you feel your head's tipping back, just stop the video maybe, grab that now and then reset. So let's make sure heels, knees and hip bones are in alignment. And let's just flatten the lower back into the mat and then arch it away. Just do that a couple more times. Just really mobilising that lower part of the spine, and then let's just find that position in between where your pelvis is in that neutral position. So your lower back supported, and now just make sure you lift up your pelvic floor, really draw in those abdominals to keep our pelvis in this neutral position, our back supported. So arms only first of all, so breathe in. As you breathe out, let's take both of the arms towards the floor behind you. And as you breathe in, let's circle the arms around by your sides. And breathing out, arms are going to go back. And breathing in, they're going to circle around. So arms only, level 1 of double leg stretch. Next option is arms come down by your sides. Let's lift the feet off the floor one at a time. Bring the legs to tabletop. Knees over hips, heels in line with your knees. I'm going to switch the breathing now. So as you breathe in, take both of the arms towards the floor behind you. As you breathe out, this time circle your arms round by your sides. Breathing in, arms go back. Keep the ribs from down towards the hips all the time. And sweep the arms round. Adding in. Arms go back and just extend one leg away to 45 degrees. Arms circle round, knee comes back over your hip. Arms go back, the other leg stretches away. Arms come around, knee comes in. Next option, your double leg stretch. So 2 arms go back as 2 legs stretch away. And then as you circle your arms around by your side, your knees come back in. So breathing in, arms and legs stretch away. Breathing out, they circle around. I'm going to add in top level if you want to. Arms and legs extend away. As you breathe out, we're going to circle the arms around by the sides and lift the head and shoulders off the floor. And breathe in, arms and legs stretch away. As you breathe out, head and shoulders lift, arms circle around, knees come over your hips. And keep going. Remember, you can keep your legs still. You don't need to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. You can go back to single instead of double legs. Or you could put just both of your feet back on the floor if you wanted to and just work your upper abdominals. Keep going. Let's do 2 more sets. Big sweep of the arms. Stretching arms and legs away from each other last time. Stretch the arms and the legs away. Circle your arms around, bring your knees in towards your chest and give them a hug. And maybe just take a little rock here from side to side, just releasing off into your lower back. Put your feet on the floor. So we're going to come and do a little bit of side work now. So lying on your side, we're going to lengthen the bottom arm and rest your head on your bicep. If you want to put your folded towel in between your head and your bicep, again, that is an option. So we really want to feel really lengthened in our bodies here. So your feet need to be just forward so you can see your feet, or at least your toes when you look down. Just making sure your hips, your feet and your shoulders are stacked one on top of the other. Eye gaze forward, neck in line with your spine. Make sure your top shoulder isn't trying to creep up towards your ear. So you can keep your hand on your hip, your hand on your thigh, or if you need a little bit of help with balance, put your fingertips on the floor just in front of you. Okay, so from here, we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, lift your top leg up just slightly higher than your hip. Breathing in, bring the bottom leg up to join. It was a bit wobbly today. And then bring both of your legs down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg comes up to join it. Squeeze your inner thighs and lower back down again. Top leg, bottom leg, and both legs. Top leg, bottom leg, both legs low. And keep going. Really lengthen your legs out of your hips. Squeeze that bottom inner thigh up towards the top inner thigh. And let's just do one more last set. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts, and lower back down. Breathe in here as you breathe out. Lift both of your legs away from the floor. And breathe in, just taking you to a hover if you can. Exhale, lift, double leg lift. Inhale, lower. So your top leg is just sitting on top of your bottom leg. Take the legs all the way down if you need to, just taking them to that hover point. Two more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. One more last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Bend your knees and bring the top knee forward over your bottom, in front of your bottom leg, just to release off. Then push yourselves up to seated and come all the way onto your other side. So same setup again, bottom arm lengthens, head on bicep or head on towel on bicep if you need to or if you prefer to. Lengthen your legs long, stack your hips, stack your ankles, stack your shoulders. Just make sure you can see your feet when you look down. Make sure you're engaged and you can really lift up your pelvic floor. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift the top leg and then the bottom leg and then lower them both. Top leg lifts, bottom leg squeeze that inner thigh up to meet the top and lower back down. So try and relax your upper body. Remember you can put your fingertips on the floor if you need to, if you feel really wobbly today. Top leg, bottom leg, and lower. Two more. And last time. And legs come down. Big in breath here as you breathe out. Lift both of the legs together away from the floor. Breathe in low and just to a hover if you can, or rest them on the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to really use that pelvic floor, drawing in those lower abdominals, keeping support for stability and your back. And just finish off two more last ones. Exhale, lift those legs. And last time, big lift and squeeze. And lower down. Bend your knees again, bring the top leg just forward of the bottom leg just to release off. From there, just come onto your fronts, roll over onto your fronts. Come onto your hands and knees into your box position. Tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Breathe in as you breathe out. Let's roll up into a cat stretch. Let's really round the spine here. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's tip the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Dip the spine. Slide your shoulder blades away. Lift your chest. Coming into your cow pose. Let's just do one more each way. Just really getting that spine moving again. Rolling up into your cat stretch. And then into your cow pose. And from there, just tuck your toes under, walk your hands to your knees, lift your knees off the floor, walk your hands to your feet, come into your forward fold. Breathe in as you breathe out, slowly roll yourselves all the way up to standing. So just making sure that your head was the last thing to come up. So from there, we're just going to reset in our standing position. So heels onto hips, legs are parallel. Roll your shoulders, float your arms up towards the ceiling here. And take a little bit of a stretch. So reach up from your fingertips all the way down to your heels. Really lifting up out your hips, your waist, your shoulders. Big in breath, lift a little bit taller. As you breathe out, bring your eye gaze forward. press away through your hands and slowly bring your arms all the way around by your sides. Reset your shoulders, release off into your legs. Well done everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope to see you again very soon. So look after yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day.